Well, let's get into the introduction of product transportation for pharmaceuticals, food, and cosmetics. As we have mentioned, it's a huge responsibility because we are distributing these products and must protect them. Against what? Against breakage and against receiving adulterated products in some locations. This is a very important aspect. We also need to ensure that companies are properly registered and following regulations because if we transport pharmaceutical product, food, or a cosmetic that is adulterated, it becomes a liability for the transportation company. For our company, Hamar, this is extremely important. Unfortunately, theft cannot always be avoided. But we should check if there are insurance policies and stay in communication with companies to ensure, as much as possible, the protection of these goods during transportation. Temperature control is also crucial, especially when transporting food or pharmaceuticals. While it might not be as critical for cosmetics, some products still require specific temperature ranges. It's essential to have equipment that records temperature, not just from the moment the product is received, but throughout the entire transportation process until delivery. Regardless of the size of the transport vehicle, it must meet all requirements, have proper documentation, and employ qualified personnel to ensure compliance with all conditions. Additionally, packing should be checked, especially for pharmaceuticals. As their condition upon delivery is critical, there will always be a checklist that requires signatures, which means you are taking responsibility. Therefore, you must verify that what you are receiving matches what you are signing for. It's not just about signing without checking. Sometimes, deliveries are rushed, but both the sender and the receiver must be diligent and capable of handling the process properly. Transport conditions are another aspect that is often overlooked. What kind of transportation is required? What tools are necessary? Regulations, especially in Europe and soon to be implemented here, now mandate proper stacking, stowage to prevent excessive or insufficient loading, which could damage the boxes. For example, as seen here, there are items that have not been labeled properly. They are brought without clear identification. We do not know if they are correctly stowed. And the type of pallet used also matters. Wooden pallets require special treatment, whereas plastic pallets might be preferable. Additionally, when accessing warehouses, either to pick up or drop off products, specific conditions may be required, such as wearing special uniforms, helmets, safety shoes, and sometimes vests. If these requirements aren't met, the warehouse may refuse delivery until compliance is achieved, which could lead to delays. Communication is key to ensuring a smooth warehouse entry and transportation process. Temperature deviations must also be closely monitored, from the moment a product is received to the final delivery. Logbooks should be maintained to record temperatures periodically, every 20 minutes. For example, in a 3-hour trip, to ensure the refrigeration system is functioning correctly. If temperature fluctuations occur, immediate corrective actions should be taken before delivery, as deviations could result in product rejection. Transporters are responsible for maintaining vehicles and equipment in proper working condition. The transportation company may enter the warehouse to collect the product or deliver it directly to the recipient's warehouse. Regardless, maintaining the cold chain is essential. If a product is placed on the floor or left outside refrigeration during documentation processing, transporters should document the incident with photos or notes to protect themselves from liability. Procedures must be established to describe daily operations, including maintenance checks on vehicles. If different drivers operate the same vehicle, there must be a system in place to report issues, such as unusual noises, temperature deviations, or security concerns. Risk assessments should also be conducted to evaluate routes, weather conditions, and potential disruptions like traffic or road closures. Inside the truck, temperature variations can occur depending on the location, near the doors, in the middle, or at the back. Knowing how to arrange products accordingly is crucial to maintaining required conditions. For pharmaceuticals, structured regulations apply, often requiring dedicated transport vehicles to prevent cross-contamination. If exclusive vehicles are not available, through cleaning and disinfection methods must be employed to ensure safety. Transporters must strictly follow designated delivery locations. Even minor route deviations could compromise the integrity of pharmaceutical or food products. Delivering to an incorrect location could expose products to improper storage conditions, leading to damage and financial loss. Modern security measures also play a role. Transport vehicles are often tracked via GPS or satellite system, allowing companies to monitor their location in real time. If route adjustments are needed due to security concerns, they should be communicated clearly to avoid suspicions or misunderstandings. Additionally, cross-contamination risks must be considered, especially when transporting products like seafood or meat, which may involve melting ice that leaves bacterial residues inside the truck. Cleaning protocols must ensure no contamination remains before switching to different cargo types. Some companies even use laboratory tests to verify hygiene conditions before using transport vehicles. Emergency deliveries for pharmaceuticals, food, or cosmetics may be required at any time, including overnight. Personnel handling such urgent shipments must be well prepared to maintain standards despite time constraints. If transportation is outsourced to third parties, contracts must clearly define rules, responsibilities, and compliance requirements. Failure to specify these details could result in reject deliveries and significant financial losses. Legal agreements should outline each party's obligations, ensuring that transporters are not held accountable for manufacturing or storage issues beyond their control. Finally, transport providers must be well informed about disruption requirements, including documentation, cleanliness, security, and temperature control. Many companies now track deliveries in real time, and any deviation must be properly communicated to maintain trust and avoid misunderstandings.